Hi everybody, welcome back to Get Ready. I'm going to talk about Meal Prep 102. It's been a while since I was making this video. I started recording this stuff, I had it already, and now it's finally here, so I'm going to talk about it. But before I show off the video and what to make and all the food that I've done for it and everything like that, there's a couple things I'm going to point out that I had some technical difficulties with filming some of the stuff. So some of the food I make is not in full detail, but I will do future videos to show how to make certain foods, or just giving off certain type of things. One of the major things in this video is the mashed sweet potatoes, which is making just mashed potatoes like anything else, except I don't use milk or heavy cream or butter or anything like that. I just put a bit of cinnamon in the sweet potatoes, and that's about it. But I just wanted to point out certain things like that. And the recipes are very basic in this video because I go by a very simple, just to add a bit of flavor to certain things. So like the turkey burgers in here only have salsa and black beans to mix things and change things up so they're not so bland, and a bit of salt and pepper. And then when it comes to the fish and the chicken, you will see the seasons I use. Mrs. Dash, it is very good. There's no salt added, so you can use to your heart's content, and it's very good. I love it. There's several types of versions of it. When it comes to certain other types in this video, I just wanted to show people certain other things. So in the previous video, you'll notice that I've made a video to show off what you're going to need for this video. And I am going to be using the scale. I did use a thermometer to check the temperature of the chicken and of the turkey in this video. I don't actually show it myself using it because of the limited video I had for it, but I was able to use it in this video. I was able to use a thermometer to get to the 165 that I needed for both the turkey and the chicken. But other than that, there's a few other little things here and there, but I will just show the video and we will just look at it, and just to kind of look around at certain things. I'm going to make future videos on certain foods and recipes in order to show off a better version of everything I've done. Other than that, well, now let's take a look at the video, and when we come back, we'll talk about a few other things. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right on this. For now, I'm going to start showing you that there's a few things you're going to need when you start doing your meal prep. You're going to need your scale, which is what I have there, covered in saran wrap, and I also have 2 trays with parchment paper on there, and you'll see clearly why. But the scale is very important to have, and that is just ground turkey, salsa, and black beans. Now I'm just going to mix it up, just so I can make the patties that I'm going to need for my meal prep. These are just it's a very simple recipe and idea, just putting 3 things together. And now I'm going to take a handful and measure it out. What I'm looking for is 8 ounces on the scale. So I need 8 ounces. And once again, I put saran wrap on there, so like I don't dirty up the scale. Once I have the 8 ounces that I need, I am just going to take it and put it to the side, and then just cook them off. And that's all I really did with these turkey burgers. That's all you really need, is just to measure them all, put them on the tray, and then just bake them off at about 400 for about 25-30 minutes. I usually do. Made a bunch of them. Now when we get to the chicken, I'm going to cut the fat off. And the reason why I'm going to cut the fat off specifically on these pieces of chicken is so I can control the intake of how much fat that I want going into my body. And it's just also too to kind of clean them up and just kind of get them a little bit better to what I need. You can see right there the white strip on there. I'm just going to get rid of that, cutting all that fat off that I don't want. And now some of these take off a little bit of pieces, but that's just some of the stuff you have to do. You have to really take care and prep what you want and what you don't want. And so it's easier for me just to do it this way, just to go over the pieces of chicken and cut off all the excess fat that I don't want on there. So that's all I'm really doing with every one of these chickens. So I have to go through the packages and check them. So just make sure you cut off that part. That's all you really want to cut off. Try and keep as much meat as you can, so cut close to the fat and just get rid of it. And as you can see, I cut off the rest of it, and then just searching for any other pieces I don't want. As you can see, just cutting those off very slightly. Just take a little bit off. That's all you need to do. It takes a little bit of weight off of it, but it's good. So like I said before, all you really need is just your scale, your thermometer to check the meat. I'm gonna have to check these chickens to make sure that they get to 165. all poultry has to reach 165 to make sure that it's safe to eat. So you want to check the chicken after it's cooked. But right now, like I said, you just need your scale, your thermometer, and and that's all. You just need a few things here and there. Your knives, obviously, cutting board. And now I'm gonna put the chicken on. And like this is all just really just for bulking. Like this is just a bulk purpose. This is to cook so I have chicken head, so I'll have enough for 3 days, and then another for a few 3 days. I like to do turkey, chicken, and fish. That's Mrs. Dash. The reason why I like that seasoning so much is because there's no salt added, so I control the sodium intake on there. And I just generally put a lot on just because I want the flavor, and that's also good to give flavor too to the chicken. Now they go on usually at the same temperature, about 400. I leave them in there for about 20 minutes. I like to check them with the thermometer, make sure they're good, then just take them back out, and then just keep going. They reach 165, they're all good to go, and then I can cool them off to get them ready so I can start train, putting them into plastic bags, or putting them into my meal, putting them in my food. So here's another thing I'm going to show everybody. I am going to do my fish. Now I like to get tilapia because it's not so fishy. I don't have to worry about it, like the over fishy taste, and it's great. There's only 100 calories per fillet and about 20 grams of protein, so it's a really great protein to have. Never underestimate fish. You're going to always need fish in your diet, especially if you want to lose weight. I'd highly recommend fish. Once again, I'm going to use Mrs. Dash because it's one of my favorite seasonings. I'm going to cook enough off here, and this is generally what I do for 3 days. This is me prepping for 3 days with fish. I don't ever cook fish too far ahead of time. I like to do it for just 3 days. Same thing, about 400. And for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I like to check, make sure they're flaky. And this is a good one here. I'm going to show. This is quinoa noodles, and there's nothing to it. Just cook it like you normally cook any noodles. Just boiling water, dump the noodles in, and just usually about 8, 9, 10 minutes, or just firm to bite, al dente as usual, and just make sure they're good. Those are sweet mashed potatoes I've done. Just the same as usual. Peel them, boil them, and you get that. Now with frozen vegetables entirely, never underestimate them. Only because you can still get a lot of nutrition out of them. I generally like to microwave mine. It's a very simple and fast way to do it, especially if you're making a lot of food. So I just like to put it all in there at once. Put some water in there, and then I'm going to cook them off for about, probably I'd say, about 4 minutes in the microwave. Now I'm going to scale off my chicken, and I generally want to hit like probably about 7 ounces. This is what I'm using for my meal prep right now. So I don't want to go over the limit, so I have to make sure I really nail it down perfectly. And this is just to go with my meal plan because the protein I need in these. So 7 ounces is the exact amount, so I have to make sure it's perfect. And I'm also not doing it just for my 3 days, but also I'm going to put some of these away in the freezer. So I'm going to bag it, and then I'll just put them away. But right now I'm just going to measure it out. As you can see, that one piece goes on. Sometimes they're too low, so you have to add extra pieces, cut them up. Now you don't have to do it this way. There's several other ways you can prep, where you can use like pitas or naan bread or even a stew or something like that, any other way you want to. But this is just generally, I'm just showing you a quick way of doing it. Now this is the fish. I have 2 fillets in there, so that's 40 grams of protein. And this is me just measuring out the sweet potatoes that I want in there. So I'm looking for about 8 ounces of sweet potato that I want. So I have to really measure it out. This is so far. This is how much you have to do to really prep down to what you really need. So this is just me trying to really nail it down to that 8 ounces. And it's a really tricky thing to do, but you really have to just like be patient when you're doing all this because it takes the time. And once I get to the 8 ounces I want with my fish that I'm doing, then I'm pretty good. And I have to tare it, which is there's a button that you press and just lowers it back down. But generally, this is what it looks like when a lot of your food is ready right before you start prepping it all together. This is generally what it's going to look like. You have all your stuff ready to go and then assemble it, and then you can just start putting all your stuff together. Now, with the leftovers that you're not going to use, just put them in your plastic bags. These are individual portion bags, and then you just put them in these big containers, and then you get ready to put them away in the freezer. And that's all you have to do. That was all my turkey burgers, and now we're going to put the chicken in there as well. This is the leftover chicken I have and the turkey burgers. We're going to put those away so we can have them for later use. I take them out the day before, let them thaw out in the fridge, of course. But when you're done, this is generally what you're going to have. That's about a handful, close to a cup of green beans that are in there. There's my noodles I measured out. There's my turkey burger I measured out. The chicken that's in there, the mashed potato, the sweet mashed potatoes. It's all there. It's all ready to go, and it's perfectly fine and ready to eat for the next 3 days. Then you put your tops on. You know exactly what you have, how much food you're going to do. That is 3 meals. That's good for 3 days. That's not including the other 3 meals I have during the day are snacks. That'll be a different video we'll do. But that's generally what it looks like when it's done. And then you put it in the fridge. Well, I hope everyone liked the video. Like I said, there's a few technical difficulties. I'm sorry for the limited video quality of certain things that I couldn't record and have done. But like I said, I'll catch up on future videos. And one thing I wanted to point out to everybody is I noticed that maybe there's a lot more nutrition and recipes and healthy food people want to look at more as opposed to some of the other videos I have done. So I'm going to kind of maybe focus a little more on nutrition and health, because I notice a lot more people have more questions about that, and they want to know how to do more healthy cooking, whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, snacks, all these other little things to add up to all these different, to everything else that you do throughout the day. So I'm going to be starting to do more videos on nutrition and health, and just talking about probably more supplements to use, things of that nature, just to get into more of that. I'll still do exercise videos and show off more things of that nature, but I've just found to be more that people want more nutrition. So I'm very glad that this video has finally come out, and I'm just very happy that everyone's going to be able to hopefully find something to use from this, gather some ideas. So like I said, the food I'm using here is just an idea on what I do on a regular basis for my meal prepping. So it's just really good to see that people can get a kind of a glimpse at it. It's very small, but I do like to change it up now and then, so it's not always just turkey, ground turkey or chicken or fish. Although I keep fish primarily in my diet, I do like to change things up. But with the chicken and the ground turkey, I like to change things. So whether it be a chicken salad, like a chocolate chicken salad, or a mango salad of some sort, but always to add protein into it, but having the carbs and the fats to go along with all these certain things. And with the ground turkey, there's limitless possibilities you can do, whether it be chili or whether you want to do like sweet potato lasagna. You always have to use some sort of protein to have in there, and ground turkey is very versatile. You can use it in tons of different things. So just it's always good to have on hand. But I just really want to make sure everyone just enjoyed the video and they had a great time watching it. And if you need any more advice, or you want to send me a future video, or just something else you want to look at, just let me know. And just go to getready@gmail.com. Get ready with 2 R's at gmail.com. And I hope everyone just enjoyed the video again. Thanks for watching, and I'll hope to see you more. And I would love to see some feedback and what you guys liked, but maybe what you didn't like. Just let me know and see, and we can work together on getting a better you. All right? Thanks. Bye.